Over half of New York City renters are now paying more than 30% of their income just to keep a roof over their head. So, according to the New York City Rent Guidelines Board 2026 Income and Affordability Study, it's a mouthful, it was just released on April 16th. 51.6% of renter households now crossed that threshold. Unemployment jumped to 5.2% last year. Residential evictions are up 9.7% citywide. And the pain is not just on the tenant side when this happens, because according to the Community Preservation Corporation, landlord rent collections are sitting at 92%. Before the pandemic, it was around 95%. 3% gap might sound small, but on a 20-unit building, that's real money disappearing every month. And, the landlord still owes mortgage, insurance, taxes, the fuel bill, everything else. So here's the part that they're not saying out loud. It's the city cannot subsidize its way out of this, right? Every new voucher program, every rent freeze, every emergency stopgap, it all eventually runs out of money. We saw this with the federal housing voucher, the emergency one program, running dry 4 years early. I did the video on that yesterday. We're about to see it with city FEPs. The only real fix is more supply, more jobs, more people paying into their own equity instead of somebody else's. So if you're currently renting, or you might qualify for any of these first-time buyer programs we covered in the last few weeks, which surprisingly enough, due to the state of the city, they actually paused the funding for that $100,000 one after I made the video, of course. But there are other programs. The fix is owning your own property. At the end of the day, you have to own something. That builds equity, that builds a legacy, it builds a retirement, it builds something to give to your kids. You have to own something. So if you've been on the fence, or you just had some thoughts about it, I mean, you might be closer than you think. I know it's always, how do I come up with that humongous down payment, and how do I pay this, and how do I pay that? We usually we could figure it out. There's ways to figure it out. So just, if this is something that if you're just tired of paying rent, if you're tired of paying, if you fall under this, where you're paying over half of your monthly income on rent, literally setting it on fire and throwing it out, just send me a DM, reach out.